What's going on, guys? It's Adrian from Pogi Productions, and today's going to be a little bit of a different video. We're going to be working on the Mazda today, and we're going to be installing a high fuel pump kit. The reason why I got this was probably because my last engine blew. But anyway, this is an essential mod for any Mazdaspeed 3 out there, or any Mazdaspeed in general. A few mods that I already have a front mount intercooler with a stock fuel pump. Now this is a huge thing because I shouldn't be running any more air mods, especially with like the fuel being imbalanced. So this is gonna balance it out, make sure the fuel air ratio is being balanced out perfect. Well, not perfect, but you know, it's gonna get there. And we got the Mazda here today, ready to go. I have some tools over here. I'm just gonna go step by step of what I'm gonna be doing. You know, I'm in no means a professional, but I've seen a few videos. Yeah, here we go. So I haven't really seen any fuel pump installations for the Gen 1 Mazdaspeed 3. I'm sure there's a few out there, but I'm gonna just put another one in the books for YouTube, for whoever wants to use my video as a guide. Hopefully I can get it as good as possible. I'm gonna try to go step by step on everything that I'm doing, and hopefully you guys can follow along. Let's get to it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take off the fuse box cover. Now the diagram is at the bottom of the fuse box cover, and some people think it's laid like this, but it's actually not. When you flip it over, it's actually facing the way it looks. So we're going to be taking off the blue circuit fuse right over here. It says circuit. And we're gonna go ahead and remove that with a glove. So I recommend using a glove to take off the circuit fuse. This way it's easier to take it off because it has grip. And here we have the fuse, and you can just check up on it, make sure there's nothing wrong with it. And once that's out, we're gonna go ahead and look at the inside of the car. So here we are inside the car. We're gonna go ahead and put the key inside the ignition, and we're gonna go ahead and start up the vehicle. And once the vehicle is started, we're just gonna wait a few seconds until it shuts down. And there we go. The vehicle is now shut down. Now we could go ahead and work on the fuel pump itself. So the first thing we're going to start with is removing the battery box and some of the side panels. We're going to start by taking out this bolt with a 10mm wrench. Loosen that up. And then the second bolt is right here. We're going to move this as well. Move that out. And once that's out, we have another bolt to the right. We're gonna go ahead and remove that. And one last bolt is gonna be for the bracket. And once that is out, we're gonna go ahead and remove the bracket, and we could finally take the battery out. Next, we're gonna remove these two clips with a flathead screwdriver. So the next thing we're going to do is remove 3 bolts that are holding down the battery box. And as you can see in the video, they're pretty rusted, so just be careful or you can strip them. And now we can finally remove the battery box. Once that's removed, we're going to go ahead and remove the mass airflow sensor from the intake. And once that is off, we're going to go ahead and remove this hose with a flathead screwdriver. And once that is off, we're going to go ahead and unscrew the clamp that is connected to the turbo inlet pipe. It may be different if you have a stock airbox. I have an aftermarket intake, so it was easier for me to take off. Then we're going to use the needle nose pliers to remove the clamp on the second hose connected to the turbo inlet pipe. For more room and better access to the fuel pump, we're supposed to take out the turbo inlet pipe, but I decided I could work my way around it. Here we have a nut positioned under the fuel pump, and we're going to go ahead and take that out. Once that is off, we're going to go ahead and remove this clip from the fuel pump. Then we're going to go ahead and remove these clips from the fuel lines, but make sure to remove them slowly. Now we're going to be taking off 1, 2, 3 screws off the fuel pump. Now these aren't just regular screws, these are torx screws. And I went to AutoZone and bought this set, and this is an E8 torx, and we're going to go ahead and do that now. Once the screws are all loose, then we're going to go ahead and remove them all by hand. Then I used a flathead screwdriver to nudge the fuel pump assembly out. Now that the fuel pump assembly is out, let's go ahead and take out the actual fuel pump. So here we have the new fuel pump, and we're going to go ahead and put it back into the fuel pump assembly. Now I skipped a hole, replacing the old fuel pump and putting in the new fuel pump under the spring, but I'm trying to keep this video short. If you guys have any questions, just let me know and I'll always get back to you. And right now we're going to go ahead and tighten it up, the fuel pump, and then put it back into the car right after the install. So from here, we're just going to be putting everything back, including the fuel pump, and we're going to see if this thing could run after. Alright guys, so I pretty much put everything back, and the last thing we have to do is put in the fuse, the circuit fuse. Once we get this fuse in, we're going to go ahead and start the car and prime the fuel system, make sure everything's working, make sure we have no leaks. Just pop that in there. It's all snug. This box cover back on. Alright, so what we're going to do is put the key in start 3 times. Alright, so here we go. Moment of truth. I don't have an access port to, look at all my air fuel ratio, boost, all that stuff, all that good stuff. You can run a HPFP without a tune. So we're gonna go ahead and try to start the car, and if it runs around 2,000 RPM, then that should be all good until it comes back down to 1,000 RPM. So let's go ahead and try that. Here we go, moment of truth. Struggling a little bit there, but it's at 1,500 RPMs. Alright, it's idling around 1,000 RPM now. It's not bad. Let's go check out our engine bay. That loud ticking sound would be the fuel pump, and that's usually how loud they are. Go ahead and check under the car. Put a towel in there because it was leaking fuel, but now it's all dried up. Don't see any leaks. So far so good. set, guys. We're running at 1000 RPM, just where we want to be. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hey guys, if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. It really encourages me to make more videos like this. This was the Gen1 Mazdaspeed 3 fuel pump installation. I know I missed a lot of things I should have showed, and a lot of things I should have mentioned. For a first install video, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. It really helps me out. And you guys have a good one. Stay boggy.